On the first movie, Optimus was our biggest, most complex model. Our average robot on this movie is about 1.5 times as dense as that. And Devastator is about 7 or 8 times as dense as that.
When I loaded the whole entire creature all at once on my machine and tried to get it over into our proprietary software, my machine actually completely froze and had a total meltdown.
Our computer IT guys came up to look at what had happened. They said that the motherboard was dead, the hard drive had failed, and the memory was fried. So, you know, everybody was a little bit afraid of Devastator at that point because he would devastate your machine.
Okay, I want to show you what happens when we try to open a scene that has Devastator saved with all of his high-res pieces on. Eric has been friendly enough to save a scene for us with all the high-res pieces turned on. It took about an hour to save. Okay, ready to send this over to Derek?
Yeah, ready.
All right. Okay, go for it.
All right, let's go.
Derek, can you open up GF 170? Now that's a giant f***ing robot.
It's about 5 times the amount in Optimus Prime. We think Devastator is the biggest creature that we've ever done at ILM.
What we decided to do was to actually have the rig of the Devastator asset be made up of several other assets, which is actually what it is in the movie. It's made up of different construction vehicles.
When we first showed the original Devastator to Michael, you know, we had been brought to our knees by putting this thing together and putting all this detail and all this extra work into the biggest asset we had ever done. And when Michael saw it, he said, it doesn't look detailed enough. So we were kind of sent back to square one, and we had to go in and add more detail and add more parts. And we basically doubled his size again.
When we found out that that sequence was going to be in IMAX, it got even better because now we had a lot more frame, top and bottom, to work with, so that we didn't always have to kind of fit him into a rectangle. Now we had this huge square.
Every little part of that IMAX frame is the same resolution and the same number of pixels as a normal movie that we would do here. So, you know, when you look at the frame on the left, that's the 2K frame. That's what we normally do. This IMAX frame, it's 4K. It sounds like twice as much. It's really 8 times as much.
It's simplest. You're just seeing more in an IMAX frame, so we get away with less. And every inch of what we put up on the screen has to be accounted for.
Okay, next one.
At ILM, we have a pretty huge render farm, you know, and we can share with the other shows, and other shows recognize when we're about to finish that we, you know, kind of take over the pool. And we have thousands of machines out there. And every night, we completely fill them up with this movie. This movie is just, it's so huge, it's filling up the whole facility.
So this is, right?
Usually, we can get a render out overnight. IMAX, it can be 3-4 days.
We looked at one of the shots and figured out that if we took that shot and rendered it on a home PC just once, and normally when we render shots, we render it a few dozen times. If we did that just once, it would take 3 years on a top-of-the-line PC.
Oy, 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 oy.
And that's how it's done. Cut to 2 months later.
Back next week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Oh.